see how our traffic experience was. Right now is about 1:38 p.m. Central Time in the afternoon. We're right in between the lunch rush and when people start getting out of work. No turn signal. Here's number one. It's a Honda, of course it is. But Lexus redeemed the no blinker counts. Okay. I have a feeling this Ram that just passed me here on my left is going to make a move. Guess not. That blue Honda finally found his blinker a little too late, but he found it. Our zero blinker count is at 1. Everyone else has used a turn signal so far. That's a good step up from going into Chicago here. Usually I get passed by 7 or 8 people by now that have not used a turn signal, or just merged over without even looking. Keep it in your lane there, a little Jeep. Nothing like really informative about anything. We're just all taking a ride together and just seeing how bad this traffic is going to be. And then at the end of it, I'm going to rate it out of 10. 10 being easy flow, 1 being holy shit, I'm not doing this again. Usually when I come through in Chicago, it's always about a 3.5 or a 4. Yeah, there's a slow down, that's expected. Up any gaps because I don't want people jumping in front of me that it makes me have to put on my brakes harder than I want to, because I drive for a company and I don't feel like getting a phone call that asking, hey, why are you hard braking all the time? It's like, well, because people keep jumping in front of me because they're assholes. So there goes someone driving down the shoulder. Benz, think you're better than everybody. No blinker, there's number 2. $5 says they pull up between me and this white SUV in front of me. Three, 2, 1. No, I guess I just lost $5. You can swear by how they're driving down the shoulder. They're in a big fat fucking hurry and they just want to fucking skip all the traffic. I don't believe that white Lexus had a blinker moving over. I didn't see it, so we'll put a 3 with a question mark. Just too busy watching this little red Nissan here, and yep, no blinker. And number 4, that's solid. Didn't do it the first time, so 4 solid. Yeah, I was busy watching that little red Nissan and the gray Honda CR-V. Because CR-Vs, I'm trying to catch it on camera, and I'm going to make a compilation of it, but CR-Vs are the biggest offender on the road of speeding around semi-trucks and then pulling in front of us and slowing down or not fucking going anywhere. They do it way too frequently, and start record. I'm trying to record every time I see a CRV on my driver's side. And usually on the ramps, the on-ramps getting onto the highway, the biggest offenders, there's two of them, of types of vehicle drivers that like to wait till the end of the ramp before they slam their brakes on instead of just pulling into the lane like they should, are Toyota Corollas and Ford Escapes. Doesn't matter what year, all of them are massive offenders of that. Most frequently is Ford Escapes. If I just see a Ford Escape coming down the ramp, I just automatically assume they're going to hit their brakes 3/4 the way down when they clearly have enough room in front of me to move over because I give it to them. They come to almost a complete fucking stop at the end of the ramp. It's like, then they have the nerve to put their horn on at me. It's like, just fucking drive, dipshit. That's all you have to do. But I digress. Alright, so far, turn signal count. Yep, there's a CRV. Yep, just like I said. I like to pull in front of us. Every fucking time. I spoke it into fruition. There's a gray one up ahead, too. 3 cars in front of this one. There's another goddamn CRV. They're everywhere. Turn signal will be number 5 that I've seen. Better slow the fuck down there, Subi. Jeez. You drive right up everyone's asshole in this town. Just assume that you can just go in here. Like, yeah, I don't need any fucking space. Look at you too. You and the Volvo, calm the fuck down. You don't need to be sniffing everyone's exhaust pipe. Christ. Sorry if you don't like profanity in my videos. I have no filter, and I don't care. I do not give a fuck about language. I'm tame so far. God damn, that's a big son of a bitch in that fucking rail truck next to me. I used to drive for rail. Had to take a refresher course. I drove for Schneider first, back in 2015 into 2016. Took a break from that because my road rage was getting a little too high, and I didn't have a lot of patience back then for stupid people. I still don't have patience for stupid people now, but I'm a little more tolerant. Although, by how much? I have no idea. But did have to work for rail for a little while to pretty much just get some more experience so I can get into a better company. I know their pay is not like excellent, but for like a starter company, it's not terrible. They do have profit sharing. They were matching my 401ks, my 401k contributions. Probably because I wasn't a jackass on the phone with dispatch. I was very considerate, and I was very kind of, I'm not going to say very relaxed. There were times where I was a little tense, but it's like I just kept my composure, kept my cool. And they did what they could to help get me a lot of miles, to get me home at a certain time, and like they worked with me because I was easy to work with. I didn't leave on bad terms with them. I don't necessarily want to go back, but there are some aspects of that job that I do miss. compared to the place I'm at right now. But, oh shit, it's 45 here, you're just weaving through traffic, number 6. Count's probably higher because I probably haven't seen all the ones exactly, but the ones I've seen, that's number 6. Anyways, I do miss my my fleet manager. She was very nice to work with, very understanding. I was a trainer with Rail for a year, about 9 months, 8 months. I was there for 8 months as a trainer. I had 10 students, only 6 of them passed, because 2 of them I kicked off of my truck. One of them left my truck on their own merit, and the other one, I don't know if he passed or not. It could be 7 of them did. I never heard back from him. I just assumed that he didn't make it. He very well could have, but I haven't heard from him. I do keep in touch with a couple of my ex-students because we got along great in the truck for the 5-6 weeks they were with me. I did have to work on, not being an asshole, and because I remember seeing a comment a little while ago where someone's like, they called me grandpa. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm 36 this year. Time flies. I'm 36 right now. I'm gonna be 37 in 7 months. I do have old man tendencies, but that's because I was mostly raised by my grandparents. There's a couple geniuses right there, pickup truck and the red Nissan. At least the Nissan was paying attention. Anyway, I do have more like old school tendencies, so you fucking idiots. Jesus Christ. Breathe, Brandon, breathe. It's typical Chicago bullshit. Anyway. So I do believe in putting in honest work, hard work. I don't really take shortcuts in life or anything. Like, I like the experience in doing it myself. I don't want shit handed to me, which is why I did my original YouTube channel. I had 475 subs, and when I switched to a better phone, my dumbass forgot to back up my information to the storage cloud, and I lost access to that account. Started over again, and you guys have got me up to 130 in the matter of about under 2 weeks. Thanks, that's pretty huge for me. I appreciate that. I used to make better content that was more like inspirational or like giving people a motivational talk or a pep talk. Might do it again, but as far as my YouTube shorts go, they're not serious. Because serious videos, I've learned in my past, with my other channel, they didn't really get views. Only the stuff I posted that was kind of stupid got views. So I'm leaning more heavily into that once in a while. Kind of like this video. I'm just going to show shit how it is, and we're just going to try and work with it from there. But as far as I'm concerned, it's like garbage content gets views. That's pretty much what all of TikTok is. So mostly garbage. People getting views. I'm just trying to get views and just build up a base off of that. I'm getting several thousand views per video, which is really nice. We're going to talk a little bit about that Volvo review. That a lot of people seem to like not get that it's a loaner truck that I had. I didn't pick that truck. That truck was given to me. So I was just trying to see what the Volvo life was all about. And based off of that truck alone, which I'm assuming was a base model, considering how much that fucking rattled and chattered and had no features to it at all, other than just storage space. I mean, there were no chargers in the back cabin for like my phone or anything. I had to plug the phone into the radio up in the front of the truck to charge it. It didn't have an APU on it, so the truck had to be constantly running for 7 straight days because it was cold outside. The heat barely worked in that thing. The mirrors were really fucky with the mirrors. I'm still getting PTSD off of those fucking things. Like, they were like aimed more inwards from the top towards the side of the truck, and it doesn't matter like how I situated the mirror like itself to stare at the trailer. I never knew where the back corner of my trailer was. Like when I had to pass people or if I had to change lanes, I had no idea how far they were from me because the depth perception on that mirror was absolute dog shit. I was guessing a great majority of the time, and I didn't like it too much. Not a huge fan of that fucking door tab instead of an actual door handle. I prefer a nice padded armrest, and that kind of like what the F-150's got for Ford. It's got that little dip that goes down, and there's the window controls and the door locks. I kind of like that because that's exactly where my arm sits, and where my hand can kind of just hang down a little bit, but I'm not using it to hold the steering wheel. The armrests are pretty good. It's got nice lateral support on the seat. I have a heated seat in this one, in this Kenworth. Super nice. One good feature about that Volvo that I will say is that the big horn, when I did find out where it was, which is in the center of the steering wheel where the airbag is, and then the smaller horn is on the bottom stalks. That was a weird configuration, but okay. That was a super loud horn. It did get people's attention. Like the Kenworth horn's not as loud, and even though it is still loud, I don't think people can fucking hear it because they don't even react to it. Which I think is really screwed up. It's almost like it's aimed towards the sky or something. Like it needs to be like in the grill. Or something. It's gotta be louder. That Volvo I had did not have any guts going uphill. It would not maintain speed even while towing 35,000 pounds in the trailer, like this Kenworth does when it's going up hills in Pennsylvania. It'll stay relatively around the speed that I want it to on certain inclines, but that Volvo, absolutely gutless going up the hills. The brakes were really fucking weird on that one too. It's almost like they didn't want to do anything. The padding was there, the air pressure was there, but it's almost like they just didn't want to like actively like slow the truck down. I don't know. I'm glad I'm out of that truck specifically. I don't ever want to go on that truck again. I know there's better Volvos out there because I've seen them. Leather seats and everything. They got a nice cab, a skylight, whatever you want. They got it in there. That truck did not have any of that. That was a basic bitch, bare bones truck. The fridge door in the back wouldn't stay shut without a fucking peg and a latch. That's some basic shit. So, wasn't a fan of that truck at all. I do like this Kenworth T680 next gen. one's a 2-year-old truck. Just rolled over 160,000 miles on it the other day. I've only had one issue with it, with the fuel injectors, but that's mostly because it's cold out, it's winter time, and I think the fuel gelled up and tripped the sensor or did something funky with it. But as far as like any other issues, I haven't seen anything. Haven't witnessed anything, haven't had anything bad happen with it. It's been good. They did precautionarily send it in for a warranty fix before anything happened to it, but that got taken care of in half a day. And I had it back the same day. I just took a nap, got it back, so that was good. I average about 7.8 miles per gallon with this thing when I have trailers over 42,000 pounds. So it's not terrible, it's not excellent, it's alright. I have driven internationals. This is my second Kenworth that I've driven for companies. I have driven Freightliner. I drove Freightliner for a solid 15 months at rail. Did I think it was great? No. There's always room for improvement with shit. It got me to point A to point B. And it just relatively, it got me going. I give it about a 7.5 out of 10. I had two of them when I had a trainer's truck. I had to switch to a normal size Cascadia because the other one I was using was primarily used before as a flatbed truck, so the frame was longer by a couple feet to accommodate the toolboxes or whatever you want to call it, but I drove dry van, so it's just interesting going from a longer truck like that to going down to a normal sleeper cab size. I miss that thing a little bit. But then now they got me back in here. I drove an International for about a month when I first started with rail. That thing was janky as fuck. And 13-letter shit spreader. Yep, that's about right. Trying to get over here so my exit's coming up. Let me in, thanks, buddy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Stab brake, stab brake, stab brake. Come on. There. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is probably one of the easiest drive-thrus of Chicago that I've done that was during the daytime. I try to get myself through here about midnight to 3 in the morning. It's because there's way less traffic. But for daytime driving, yeah, daytime trucking. And for daytime driving at 2 in the afternoon, this ain't too bad. We're pretty much through Chicago and about to go on 94 east towards Indiana here, so our final score, hopefully with the final idiot that pulls this shit on me, I would probably rate this one about a 5 out of 10. Traffic flow wasn't bad initially. You did get a couple moments of people just being absolute fucking idiots out here. Not caring. There's a semi-truck next to them. That whole me attitude and fuck you and blah blah blah. People waiting to the last second to merge over, as they typically do. for Chicago. So I'm going to end this video by saying this is about a 5 out of 10 drive. Mid-range. I feel that's fair. So, a lot of traffic. Didn't manage to not kill anybody for once. Yay. And, yeah, far from the worst drive I've had here. That's for damn sure. Yeah, little Mitsubishi right there. Close the train off.